Deep within the rainforest of Sarawak in eastern Malaysia is the village of Uma Bawang, home to a group of Kayan tribal people. The villagers live together in long houses. Each may accommodate between 20 and 30 families. But for the past 2 decades, the Kayan's traditional lifestyle has been under increasing threat from the logging companies. The Kayan depend on the forest for most of their needs. Without it, they have no food or shelter.
The
impact of logging on the life of the people in the longhouse here is very bad, because the intensive logging here has destroyed our land, and it scares away the wild boar, makes the river muddy, and it makes the fish run away as well.
With the forest being cut down around them, the Kayan people had to find a way to fight back. Finding food was becoming increasingly difficult, and what they did catch was often undersized. In 1987, a group from Uma Bawang village blockaded the logging road, resulting in 42 arrests. As a result, the community formed the Uma Bawang Residents Association, UBRA, to coordinate resistance to the logging companies. But negotiating with the companies for compensation proved tricky.
They even told us that, if you want to claim anything, you go and see the government, because we have already paid royalty to the government, so it's up to the government to pay you. Our duty here is to go and collect timbers, cut timbers, sell. But when we go and see the government, they said, no, you should negotiate with the company because they are the one who carrying out logging within your areas. So as if that we are kicking here and there.
The Malaysian government's effort to develop Sarawak meant increasing landholdings of the logging companies. But in 1995, UBRA tried a new tactic. Using GPS satellite technology, they began to work on a high-resolution map of their land that would clearly show their customary boundaries and secure right of tenure. The terrain wasn't always easy, but the detail had to be good enough to stand up in court.
This map is a very important tool for us. We use it in the courts against the government, because the government doesn't recognise our right to the land. So this map is used by the lawyer to fight the case of our right to the land.
At the UBRA office, the positioning detail was entered into a mapping programme and printed out. The evidence it gave was so good, the court judge used it in preference to the government's map and ruled in favour of UBRA against the logging companies. Many other villagers are now producing maps to defend their land, often helped by villagers from Uma Bawang.
In Baram here alone, I think almost 100 communities already involved in this mapping. Like in the Penang communities, more than 40 villages. And each of these community, they have their own map. So they have their own desire and their own efforts to defend their own territories. Whenever there is any trespassers or any companies to go in, trying to lock the areas or even just trying to trespass, they will have the map and then tell the company that, okay, on this map, this shows that you already trespassed.
Their story shows how modern technology can play a significant part in protecting ancient ways of life. Without a map to document their traditional boundaries, one wonders if Uma Bawang would even still exist.